most famous reindeer of all. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Hello there, Yodemai here. Thank you for clicking on this video. So today we are going to talk about the future of Star Wars, and it is a very exciting one. So a few days ago I watched the Disney Investors Meeting Day broadcast, whatever, and I did hear some rumors about that on this day we were going to see an announcement for many Disney and obviously Star Wars content. But I was excited, but I was like, okay, I mean, I don't think we were going to get, something mind-blowing, but we got everything we've ever asked for. I mean, they could do better, but we got at least like 99% of everything every Star Wars fan has ever dreamed of. So let's start with all the projects that we're going to get in the next few years. So here I have the Star Wars page opened, and I'm going to just go along the website and just talk about each show or movie. So let's start with Rogue Squadron. I don't know how to pronounce that. So it's basically about pilots. So it's going to introduce a new generation of starfighter pilots as they earn their wings and risk their lives in boundary-pushing high-speed free ride and move the saga into the future era of the galaxy. So I have no idea what this is going to be about, and in what era we're going to be. Is this around Rogue One? Is this after Episode 9? I'm not too sure, but I do believe whatever Star Wars is going to do from now on, I do think that it's going to be better than what we've already got. I think it's going to be great. Am I that interested in that movie? I've never been interested in the whole pilots, in the whole thing about them, but I'm open. I really enjoyed Rogue One, but it's not something where I go, oh my god. So the next project that they announced is the Taika Waititi film, and I'm very excited about this one because I do think that Taika Waititi is totally an amazing director. He did direct this movie that is called What We Do in the Shadows, and this is honestly the most underrated movie I've ever seen. It's about vampires, and they're just weird. Just the whole movie is so weird, but it's so good. It's actually a masterpiece and it's so underrated. And obviously the next movie that he directed was Thor Ragnarok, and Thor Ragnarok is just one of the best Marvel movies I've ever seen. It's super funny, obviously action-packed. It's just the right amount of everything. So it doesn't say what era this is, it doesn't say anything, but I believe that Taika Waititi is going to do something very refreshing, something very interesting. I think that he understands Star Wars. He did direct one episode of The Mandalorian, and I believe that he has a bright future in the Star Wars galaxy. And the next series is obviously the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Obi-Wan Kenobi, we already knew that it was going to be great. I was super convinced the show is going to be mind-blowing. And now I think the show is going to break, not the internet, I think it's going to break the world, probably the galaxy, probably everything that has ever existed or will exist. And as I was watching the broadcast, watching Kathleen Kennedy speaking obviously about the Kenobi series, then this picture of Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader himself, Hayden Christensen pops up on the screen, and I feel tears coming down my face. Okay, it was maybe like one tear in my eyes, but it was so exciting. Then she started saying Kenobi, the series begins 10 years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, where he faced his greatest defeat, the downfall and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, turned evil Sith Lord Darth Vader. I mean, as I said, I already knew that Kenobi is going to be big, but with the official announcement of this Kenobi is just going to break everything, everything. Like, not the internet, not the world, everything. The other thing is, I do hope that we're going to get Darth Maul there, probably some clone troopers, other nemesis, I don't know. So the series is going to be directed by Deborah Chow, and actually I looked her up, and obviously I know that she directed 2 episodes of The Mandalorian, and both of them were very good. But she also directed an episode of The Vampire Diaries, which was a very good series. I love The Vampire Diaries, and she also directed an episode of one of my favorite shows ever, Better Call Saul, and actually Giancarlo Esposito stars in Better Call Saul as well as Gustavo Fring, I don't know, but she's good, she's legit. She also did an episode of American Gods, which is another one of my favorite shows, so she's legit, she's there, she's doing it. I'm just very excited. As I said, I just hope, you know, Darth Maul returns. Obviously, epic fight scenes, epic dialogue, everything's just going to be epic and it's going to break everything. Obviously, the next thing we got is the Ahsoka show, and the interesting thing is that this show, I read somewhere, is going to take place in the Mandalorian time period. So obviously it's after episode 6, and I do think it's going to be kind of a sequel to Rebels. So that means that Ahsoka and obviously probably Sabine Wren, they're going to go look for Ezra and Thrawn. Great, this is going to be great. The other interesting thing is that the Ahsoka title behind it, there is the World Between Worlds map picture. So this is very exciting. We might get some, you know, I don't know if we're going to get time travel, but they're definitely going to do something interesting with it. So the other thing we got is a Rangers of the New Republic. I mean, I don't really know how I feel about this. I think it's going to be good, but I'm not like super hyped. I think it's going to be a show about Cara Dune, and I really enjoy Cara Dune, so obviously I'm open-minded about it. I think somebody said that Bo-Katan is going to be in it, so who knows. I'm excited. I'm not like hyped, but I'm happy. So the interesting thing about Rangers of the New Republic is that it says it will intersect with future stories and culminate into a climactic story event. So that means we will probably get Mando and Ahsoka and Rangers of the Republic and maybe some other people coming together endgame style, probably in a movie or in a very long episode, or I don't know. I really don't know what they're thinking, but just the sound of a climactic story event, it just sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. So the next project is the show about Lando Calrissian. It's going to be about Lando. Obviously, I've never been a big fan of Lando Calrissian, but I am warming up to him. And I am excited about the show. I really don't know what they're going to do with it. Obviously, I think the show is going to be after episode 6, or maybe it will be before. I'm not sure, but there are some rumors that actually both Billy D. Williams and the actor that played Lando in Solo is going to be back, and both of them are going to be in it. So it's very interesting, and I'm excited. I'm happy. Good. Why not? So the next thing we got is Andor, which is obviously based on Cassian Andor. It's going to tell his story. Here it says it is a tense, nail-biting spy thriller. I've never been a fan of the character Cassian Andor, and I wasn't too excited about the show. But then Star Wars Theory, he's an amazing YouTuber, he said, you know, if you liked Rogue One, then you're going to like Andor. It's basically the same thing. And I think he's right, you know, this got me actually more interested in the series, and it has an amazing cast, so I do think it's going to be interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. But I do think that Jean Erso should also had gotten something. I actually really liked her. So the next project we got is The Acolyte, that is going to be directed by Leslie Headland. I know when her show was announced, people went crazy, people weren't happy, and I wasn't happy either. It was announced that it was going to be a female-centric Star Wars show. You know, I don't understand why they feel the need to say it's female-centric. I, as a female, I don't want people to be like, okay, here's a female-centric show, now you can also feel part of Star Wars. You know, every time I watch the prequels or the originals, I don't not identify as Padme or Leia or even Ahsoka. I more identify with Anakin or Obi-Wan or Luke or Han Solo. Obviously Padme and Leia and Ahsoka, oh my god, they're great. But just because they're girls, they're women, they're female, that doesn't mean that me as a female, I would identify with them. So I don't understand why people have the need to be like female-centric, yay for female, because Star Wars has no good female characters. Are you kidding me? That's not true. Let's just not go there. So in Leslie Headland's defense, I've heard some of her interviews. She doesn't sound... I don't need to comment on that right now. But in her defense, she's the creator of Russian Doll, and Russian Doll is an amazing series. And I am a fan of the show. When I decided to watch it, I was like, oh my god, this is actually super interesting. And here it is called mind bending, and it is mind bending. I think Russian Doll is absolutely a masterpiece, super interesting, super smart, and it actually, I think that Leslie Headland has what it takes to make a good Star Wars show. I am excited about it, but don't come at me, be like, here's a female-centric show, you must like it now. No. So the next thing, obviously, we already knew that we're getting it, is the Star Wars The Bad Batch. So I must just say that I wasn't too excited. I mean, I liked them when they were introduced in Clone Wars, but I wasn't like, oh yeah, I want to see a whole series about them. And then we got the trailer, and I must say, when I heard Palpatine saying the new Galactic Empire, I was like, yes, I'm on board. And we also saw Tarkin, and interestingly enough, we saw Fennec Shand in there. So I absolutely think that the Bad Batch is going to be on the same level as Clone Wars, and I'm just a fan now. I'm excited. So the next thing we got is Star Wars Visions. Is basically an anime of Star Wars stories, and I don't think I've ever seen anime. I don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh is anime, but I mean, why not? Why not? I have nothing else to say, just why not? So the next thing we're getting is obviously a droid story. So this epic journey will introduce us to a new hero, guided by the legendary duo R2-D2 and C-3PO. I'm not too sure if this is going to be a movie or a series. I'm very excited about this story. I love R2-D2 and C-3PO, but I'm a bit sad because I think Chopper from Rebels needs more recognition than he gets, and if they put him in there somewhere, it would be great because I love him. He's annoying, but that scene where, spoiler alert for Rebels if you haven't seen it, where Hera is super sad after Kanan dies, and Chopper just goes next to her and takes her hand, crying. I'm just going to say it was a lot of crying. So anyways, so these were all the projects that we're getting, and obviously this is amazing. I'm most excited about the Kenobi series, and now with the announcement that we are getting Hayden Christensen's back, it's just amazing. This man has been hated for ages, and I don't understand why. He can act. Obviously, you have your own opinion. Some people don't like his acting, and that's okay, but why be so mean about it? I think he's the perfect Anakin Skywalker. I think he will be the perfect Darth Vader. I'm so excited about it. The next thing I'm very excited about is obviously the Ahsoka show. And just one thing, well, actually two things are missing. What about the Boba Fett show? I think he definitely is getting his own show. Maybe they're just waiting after the final of The Mandalorian to announce it, or I don't know. I just hope he doesn't die. Like, why would you bring a character just to kill him off? It's just a bit sad. And the other thing I hope we would get is actually a sequel to Rebels, but obviously we're not really getting it. I was really hoping that we would see Hera Syndulla back. She's literally one of my favorite characters. We would see Chopper again, Zeb. I think they're all great characters, and I hope we see them one day somewhere. Obviously, I'm just super excited about Darth Vader. I'm excited about the Kenobi series. I hope it comes at least in the end of 2021, or at least, oh no, it's going to come in Christmas time 2022, right? I don't know. I hope it's soon. I think that Deborah Chow is going to do an amazing job. I'm very excited about everything. Yeah, I think that Lucasfilm, Star Wars, Disney, they have learned their lessons. I hope. And I think that, as I said, the future is very bright, and I'm very excited. Okay guys, let me know which project are you most excited for. Let me know down below. Obviously, I'm most excited about the Kenobi series and then Ahsoka. And then a droid story, as I said. But yes, see you in the next video. Leave a comment down below, and may the force be with you.